What's up YouTube? I'm here on NQ. Today is March 19th, and I feel like my bias today is neutral but leaning more towards bearish. As you can see on the 4-hour, we have the last fair value gap of this bullish leg right here. And price is getting a little pullback after we entered this 4-hour gap and after we tapped into this 1-hour gap down here. Right there, and as you can see, price is holding on that 1-hour gap perfectly, and that 1-hour gap is also the last fair value gap of its leg, so we could get a pullback during New York session, but I feel like overall we are bearish and we're gonna head towards this 4-hour low down here, but only if we inverse these gaps on the 4-hour and 1-hour. But other than this daily low slash 4-hour low, we don't have any other liquidity to the downside, but we do have some nice trendline liquidity. We have trendline liquidity right here and all up here on the 1 minute. This one isn't that good actually, but this trendline liquidity is pretty nice. So we could get a pullback during New York, and we did have 7:30 news right here. As you can see, we had a 7:30 news wick, but we took that out instantly, so we don't have anything to worry about. And yeah, other than that, my bias is neutral, and I'll just see what New York Open does. Okay, so 8:30 just happened right here. It's this big red candle that pushed down. And as you can see, we have a nice 8:30 wick. And this other orange slash yellow line is the end of that 1-hour gap that I was talking about over here. Just to see if price is still holding on the gap. So I marked it up. And we do have a nice 2-minute gap right here, maybe for an inversion back up. And the 8:30 fake outs are pretty good. Slash Judas swings, those are pretty good. But if we don't get an inversion back up soon, then we are definitely going to be bearish for the rest of the day. So yeah, we just have to see, and hopefully we could get a setup. Okay, so it's looking like I'm going to take this setup, but it's about to be invalid. As you can see, price is about to take out break even before we got the inverse right there. And yeah, so this setup's invalid. This looked like a nice setup because it was a V shape. And we did take out that 8:30 wick down here. And since it's off the 8:30 candle, this is definitely a high probability setup. So this 4-minute, I guess, still isn't invalid, but I just don't really like trading the 4-minute. And since the 2 and the 3-minute became invalid, I'm not really too confident in this setup. But it did have some nice momentum, and yeah, this could very well send us up right here. But yeah, we just have to see. Maybe we could take an entry off this 2-minute up here. Okay, so I'm going to take this buy right here. As you can see, this is right after the 8:30 push and that V shape that became invalid. We're starting to chop up around, but we're going to get a valid entry to this 1 minute here. And I'm in right there. I'm just going to hold to right here. This is my final TP because up here we have a protected high, so I don't think price is going to go up that far. Actually, this can't be my final TP because my risk to reward isn't that good. So I'm going to set the break even right here. And I just have to aim for a random TP. I didn't put much on this, only put 2 contracts. I only put 2 contracts on this because it's most likely going to be break even. But yeah, we'll just have to see, and hopefully final TP hits. And I'm actually going to take a contract off right here. I'm going to take partials, and then I'll just leave that runner. Okay, so we just hit our break-even point, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the break-even right now. We came very close to our partial take profit, so hopefully we could hit that. Okay, so there we go. We're out on 1 contract. We just took partials, and now we're just gonna hold for that random 1-to-1. And the reason I took partials right here was because this is a high inside of a fair value gap on the 1 minute. So I felt like that was a pretty nice spot to take a partial. The reason I'm not holding for this high up here is because it is a protected high. And as you can see, this is a protected high up here because this wick took out this wick inside of a fair value gap perfectly. Let me just draw that up. As you can see, it took it out perfectly inside of a fair value gap. So I don't think price is going to go up there. And we just got stopped out at break even. And let me close that other sell that it got me into. So yeah, this trade was a break even slash partial trade right here. And I actually think we're going to get some nice sells here since we just took out that high inside of a fair value gap on the 1 minute. So yeah, I feel like this wasn't a bad trade. I kind of figured it was going to be break even or partials because of that protected high up there. But because we swept out that nice liquidity, we could get a nice sell. For a sell, we have these 2 connected 2-minute gaps right here, which is a 3-minute. We have some 1 minutes down here, so these 1 minutes probably look the best. Okay, so the 9 a.m. 1-hour candle and 4-hour candle just closed. And I'm just going to draw this up, and you can see how perfectly the 1-hour candle held on this last fair value gap of the leg right here. As you can see, it held perfectly on that gap, and on the 4-hour, we rejected this gap quite nicely too. We did close inside of it, but we didn't inverse it. We held on it just enough. So this reaction looks very good, and we probably will be bullish soon. But nonetheless, this trade was still break even, and yeah, maybe we could get another entry. If we do get another entry, I'm just gonna go light on it. Okay, so here's that protected high right here, this orange line, and price came close to it, and we just got a V-shape, a very V-shape entry for a sell. But I didn't take it because, well, I didn't take it because we're not really delivering out of any gap. And I feel like because of those reactions on the higher time frame that I was talking about, on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, I have a feeling we're not going to come down here and we're more likely to go up. And we did come close to that protected high, and price is just chopping up, and I already took technically a winning trade, so I'm just not going to take this. Okay, so price is inverse, some nice gaps to the downside. As you can see, this 1 minute got inverse, and same thing with this 2 minute, the 2 minutes, and this 3 minute. As you can see, the 3 minute right there got inverse, so we could get sent down here. Price is stalling a little bit, and yeah, I'm not really sure where price is going to be headed. We're most likely going to go down here, but I'm not really too sure because of those 1 hour and 4 hour reactions. And even though we did come close to this protected high, it still is protected, so I don't think price is going to hit it. And after a reaction like this off of it, I'm pretty sure we're going to go down now. But really, I think price is just going to get really choppy right now. Okay, so these sells right here just got wrecked. As you can see, the 2 minute loss, the 3 minute loss, and the 1 minute's loss. So it's a good thing I didn't take any of these setups, and I didn't take them because the draw on liquidity and the bias is just unclear right now. And yeah, it's looking like prices is going to keep bouncing around here. Okay, so price isn't doing much. We had a nice push up right here with some good volume and some good momentum. But now we're just chopping up and we're hesitating to go higher. So that's going to be it for me today. Let me see the final P&L today, 55 bucks and 88 cents. So that's basically break even. Yeah, it's going to be it for me today, basically break even today. So, and tomorrow is Friday. I think it's NFP. So I'm going to be very, very careful. Probably not even going to take a trade tomorrow. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys then. And thank you for watching.